Reach a Hand Uganda, with support from Aga Khan Foundation, officially launches the distribution process of COVID-19 relief items to vulnerable young mothers in Arua City and Vroa Sub-County at Oli headquarters. Reach a Hand Uganda, in partnership with Aga Khan Foundation, have come up to mitigate these challenges through the East African Community COVID-19 Response Project to help teenage mothers to get back on their feet after conducting a survey in both Kampala and in Greater Arua on the challenges teenage mothers face during the deadly COVID-19 pandemic lockdown.
The powers entrusted to us, we officially want to launch the distribution of the food relief, that is post-COVID food relief, to the community of the Central Division. We want to thank Aga Khan, we want to thank Reach a Hand, European Union, and the various NGOs that have come in to give this help for post-COVID. Bless you people. I thank you very much for God and my country. God bless you.
Reach a Hand informed us to get lists of beneficiaries of teenage pregnancy, teenage mothers. We worked together with LC1s. We gave them the names, but they did not stop there. They did due diligence to see if the names that we forwarded to them are the right names. They went down to the villages, the cells, to find out these gallant beneficiaries that you're seeing today. And indeed, they found out that some of the names that we forwarded were not the beneficiaries they targeted. With that, I would like to thank Reach a Hand that the targeted group that you have identified today, they are the right ones. And I would like to thank Aga Khan for extending support through Reach a Hand. For sure, as the LC2 said, COVID-19 did us very bad. For 2 years, schools were not there. Our young girls engaged themselves in early sex, early marriages. Here they are. They really need support, and they are the most vulnerable groups of people here in our division. And our dear honorable councillors, when this people said they wanted to launch this program and they were asking who should they invite, I said as a whole division, the whole executive and other honorable councillors to be around, because these are the people that they deal directly with. If there are these programs that we undertake at the division and they are not aware of, it will not be good. That is why all of us are here.
Reach a Hand Uganda is a youth-centered organization and youth-serving organization, which we are making 10 years. In Arua now, this is our fifth year in implementing. Under this program, which is sponsored by Aga Khan, and we are implementing, we might be asking that why are we talking of COVID? We are in post-COVID era. Arua City or Arua District at large has a total prevalence of 30 teenage mothers per information from the city authority, which they gave us from Jan to Feb, but they have not yet given us this, so we don't know what is now there. That's why the prevalence, you see that it's 30, it's more than even national prevalence. So with that note, through Aga Khan thought wise that at least let them come and extend their hands. So under this program in Arua here, we are working in both Arua District and Arua City. And in Arua City, we are focusing in Central Division. And in Arua District, we are focusing on Vroa Sub-County. And we have a target of reaching out to 500 mothers who are either, some are expecting, others already with young kids in the community there. It's not all about that we're going to distribute food, but also their well-being. So that's very important that we need to look into. In this relief, we wanted to see that at least a mother can go with a 5 kilograms of portion, a 5 kilograms of beans, and then rice, which are in front of us here. That also the mama kits for the pregnant ones are also going to be provided to them.
The project is being implemented in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Mozambique, in the 4 countries. And specifically in Uganda, we are implementing in Kampala and Arua. And specifically in Arua, we have 7 partners. This project is basically to address the socio-economic health challenges or the effects brought by COVID-19. And in addressing these effects of COVID-19, we have 2 big broad pillars that we are working with the various partners. Pillar 1 is called coping strategies, where we requested the different CSOs under this to go down to the community to carry out the needs assessment. Then after identifying the needs of this community, then they wrote in their proposals. Then we did some sort of selection of how they intend to address these needs. And I'm very glad to be here today to really witness what is ongoing. And I think from here, I will also be in position to give a very good report of what I've seen with my naked eyes. And I'm really very happy for you all who have done here today.
Muzaid Kemis, the mayor for Arua Central Division, has urged the beneficiaries to appreciate what Reach a Hand has offered, and he further requests the 2 organizations to next time consider something that would sustain the lives of those young mothers for a longer period of time.
Those whose parents are yet interested to push them to go to school, let them go to school. I told them I'm going to push to you the way my colleagues have been saying. The next project should be, how best do we give these people hooks? How best do we give them hooks? To go and hook the system of mending the hair. To go and look at the system of making some clothes out. And lastly, in our culture we say that the stomach or the abdomen of a dog can't pain. The dog cannot go through diarrheal and abdominal pain. So because of that, we will pick this. But we are putting our hand. Give us the hook. Give us the what? I will be very happy, my brother, if you give them the hook. 500. If you send 50 of them to do tailoring, to do hairdressing, and the rest of the other courses, we will change the society. Because after picking all of this tomorrow, they are going to put their hands. So I want to thank you very much for this little support.
The 6 months project aims at providing relief and psychosocial support to identified teenage mothers in both Kampala and Arua, and Reach a Hand Uganda will deliberately focus on providing support and healthcare services in the neglected areas that are overwhelming with poverty and inadequate health services. Emmanuel Agele, West Night Television.